People be thinking their men be saving lives out there, but really they're just thotting or something. I feel like I can't even talk about this stuff because I need this video to be monetized. Today we're gonna be doing a video on military spouses. I just feel like I have so many stories. If you're looking for a video that's gonna be real emotional and saying like, my husband is a hero while he's away, I cry every night for him, this is not the video. It's gonna be a complete opposite. You guys know I love to add humor to videos because otherwise I feel like they're so boring. So let me put my thinking cap on because we got a whole list and I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. I'm just gonna start off with talking about my own experience and going into the world, what I felt about it, what I read about it, or you know, what stories did I read, you know what I'm saying? When Chris told me he's going to the Air Force, I was like, oh my goodness, like this is gonna be like a fairy tale, you know? You're gonna be out at war and I'm gonna be writing letters. I know so many women talk about their husbands being heroes and watching these military movies crying. I'm like, girl, this dude doesn't even do anything. That's how the people be thinking their men be saving lives out there, but really they're just thotting or something. While Chris was in basic training for 2 months, I did so much research, you know me. So there's this whole Tumblr page, or I don't know if it's still there, but it was back in the day. And it was like confessions type thing, anonymous confessions. Ooh, goodness. I was working at Zara at the time and I was on my break and I was, you know, doing my research on Tumblr for some reason. Like, I know you guys are like, girl, what? Tumblr? What the hell are you talking about? Okay, now listen. So there was a lot basically about cheating, about, oh, he went over here and he has a baby now in Japan. Like a lot about Japan to the point that I was like, what the hell is going on in Japan? What's going on that base? Okay, so there's a lot of stuff about that, about people making babies, and the confessions were like, is it messed up that I want him to have nothing to do with the baby? Or he left to the deployment, he left with another woman and they got married there. One that made me cry. Like I just think it was building up, to be honest, and at the end I was like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. So he wrote in the confession, I'm deployed to Korea for a year or something, and my wife video chats me every night, and she does, this is what he said she does every night on the video chat, and he says, I pretend to be interested, but I honestly am so disgusted with her by now. And I was like, oh. So that's what really broke me for some reason, and I was crying to my friend and I was like, I can't do this. Why did I choose this life? When I came into it, I was that girl. So who I'm making fun of right now, I'm making fun of myself too, because I was 1000% that girl. So if you're that girl now, just, you know, just know the truth, but like enjoy it while it lasts, because it's not gonna last too long. When he was in tech school, ooh, your girl was over here watching 8 seasons of Army Wives, crying my eyes out, and I was like, wow, you know, writing stuff on Instagram like, oh my gosh, Chris is such a hero. When he got to tech school, like he was telling me, it's like really messing with your brain a lot, because you see the married instructors or like a lot of married people in class, they just do whatever. Did I blend it well? Like, ugh. I had a picture of him out of basic training and I had that framed on my desk, and I would put roses next to his picture, and I would watch every military movie on Netflix that came out, the American Sniper type of movies. We got to our first base in Hawaii and we started hanging out, you know, fun little weekends or whatever. They had a weird schedule because they're firefighters, so it would be like random days that we would just, you know, kind of have a little party. So this one guy told me a bunch of stories that were like, woo, goodness. I feel like I can't even talk about this stuff because I need this video to be monetized. He told me there would be a lot of trains running through, deployments. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of multiplicities of people. Honestly, the military makes it very easy for someone to live a double life. Everyone that I talk to says the same thing, that it's BS. I had a friend that her husband was just sitting in a room full of TV monitors or plasma screens looking at the world like he was aerospatial engineer or something. Like they would be paying attention to what's going on in the around the world, who's flying where type situation. And then I have a friend that the guy is a driver of toxic waste materials. And I met somebody just the other day here that she said her husband his job was like the bomb missiles to like get them to take off. There's like different levels where you can say my spouse is a hero, and there's some jobs that it's like a regular civilian job. You just are contracted to the military, like your soul belongs to the military. So you know what I'm saying? I know people gonna get mad, so we're just gonna say it anyway. Let me just tell you, a lot of the wives just be drinking. Everyone just drinking their pain away. Well, not everybody, but like a lot of the people I met. All these stupid Milso pages, I'm sorry. These pages are so whack, and I used to participate in them. I'm so embarrassed. That means military spouses, by the way. I should have said it in the beginning, I'm so sorry. So basically you send pictures of you and your person, and usually the rule is they have to be in uniform or something like that. As soon as we got married, it's like, oh my gosh, yes, I have so many pictures now with him in his uniform. That's how I basically made a lot of my military spouse friends, was through those pages. So I guess they're not that stupid, but like it's just a lot of drama. At the time, a lot of people started pointing out like stolen valor. Is that what it's called? You know, when people that aren't in the military dress up in military uniform and go down the streets and be like, I'm a veteran, give me some money. And then a lot of people in the military spouse pages started getting at each other about how, oh, why are you wearing his uniform? Why are you, like, you know, the pregnancy pictures and the girls wearing the uniform? I always thought that was real weird, but you know me. I just stay quiet. But no, this day, I was just like, YOLO, I'm about to start some beef. I saw a picture that the girl is on a bridge. Yo, I don't know what's going on with these bridges, but a lot of military spouses take pictures on bridges. I'm like, I don't know what is this? She wore the hat and his jacket, like one of these. It's like, this is against OPSEC or whatever, stolen valor, take her off the stage. But I was like joking. They didn't take it very nicely. They started coming at me real serious. Oh my God, why are you starting drama? And I was like, girl, like I'm just joking. And then I got kicked off the page. I was like, yo, forget these pages. I deleted every freaking page. I said no more of this. Not today. I think for the most part, those pages just make you want to be petty and compete with everybody and be like, I could get a cuter picture with my man in his uniform. And it's just stupid, honestly. I'm sorry, like I feel really mean right now. Okay, so while we were in Hawaii, I came across this page, not by accident or nothing. Like I was at a friend's house. She was telling me like, girl, I found this page, but it's this Army Schofield Barracks or something slash Marines, whatever, anonymous confessions page. And I just added myself to it because I was like, yo, this is the tea right here. But then I got out of it in maybe a week because it got so depressing. Sometimes they would give a lot of details. Sometimes they would post the pictures they got sent from like the general's wife, or and like block out her face or some crazy stuff like that. And they would talk about like people thoughting and who's cheating on who and who's actually gay, and sent them a picture. They were calling out people on Craigslist because Craigslist was the thing out there for some reason. Hello? So there's a lot of that. And then I had made another friend that turned out really psychotic. Like, I don't meet a lot of these people, but you know, once in a blue moon, they just come out the blue. She had this gay friend that would come to Hawaii, and he has the app. I don't know if this is gonna get me in trouble, but this is the app. he opened it up, and you know, he's like, oh, I'm gonna find me a date tonight or whatever. Where she lived in the area on base was where a lot of the higher up people lived. So her friend opens up the app and he sees guys literally like right there, walking distance. Most likely what that means is people had a lot of husbands that were just playing games, basically. There was a lot of people that he showed her that was like, oh, like, we gotta be discreet type situation. Yo, that this is why people make fun of military married people and say, are you real life married or military married? But like I talked about that one girl that turned out to be real crazy, I confided in her about something that I was going through, and she blasted it on Instagram and started putting posts up like, people are so dumb, blah 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 blah, and it was like memes, but it was directly aimed at me, and I was like, girl,
what happened?
The thing that I thought was psycho about that was when she was going through something else and she called me at, I was pregnant too. She called me at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and she was crying because she found videos of her husband talking to a girl through video chat when he was deployed, and he was playing her their wedding song. I was like, oh, I'm coming over, like, that's crazy. She always kept telling me, bless your heart, and I thought that was a compliment, but it turns out it's not a compliment. Let me just go through some simple things. You know how we have free healthcare in the military? Yeah, it's not the greatest. Like, you could go with, like, there's jokes about it, like you go with a broken leg, like bleeding out, and the dude's like, oh, here's some 800 milligram ibuprofen, you're good. A bad thing is you raise your kids alone, basically, unless you meet really great friends or great mom friends or something like that. Personally, it wasn't a supportive community to me. I know so many people write on these amazing posts on Facebook and Instagram, like they write, I don't know what I would have done without this community, I feel so supported. No, when Chris left for a year, I didn't get no calls from nobody. Nobody asked me, hey, are you good? The last base I was at, I met a couple, I didn't meet them in real life, but I met them through Instagram or something. And one of the girls was really nice, but the other one was really freaking weird. She would invite me somewhere and then she would write right after, like, you're probably not gonna come, but I just wanted to tell you anyway. I was like, well, now I'm really not coming, like, forget you, like. And then she deleted me. I was like, girl, what is this? And then there's the fake marriages just for BAH and to get a house. But you know, I'm just telling you all the things I've heard. I'm not saying everybody does this, I'm just saying some people do and they're trying to get that house, okay? Some of the guys volunteer on purpose for deployment just to leave. This is where I learned about pyramid schemes, about Herbalife makes you lose 30 pounds in 1 month. It works. The toys one, it was the Sensi Healthy Living or something Young Living with the freaking, the peppermints and the whatever that you could buy at CVS and Walmart. Unique. There's just so many, guys. Like, I'm just telling you right now, if you're gonna be a military spouse, please don't join an MLM. They're gonna tell you a whole dream and you're gonna be a millionaire, you're gonna buy a house, a car, a mansion, whatever, an island, but it's not gonna happen. It's like maybe 1% of people actually like are crazy and get there, which I mean are manipulative. But anyway, that's none of my business. The best advice I could give you is to look at it as an adventure of what the captain told me in ROTC, because that's what's gonna keep you going. That's what kept me going personally. I just had a lot of stories. I wanted to share it with you guys, help you guys out, because I didn't have that friend that was real with me about what it's really like in the military right away when I needed it. So I'll be that friend for you guys. Or if you guys been through it and like you know what I'm talking about, we could just laugh together. I appreciate you guys watching, and don't forget to support your girl and hit subscribe, hit the bell, like the video, comment, guys, comment. Let's share experiences. I'll comment back. If you guys want to know in depth anything else, then please let me know.